The FDA says products made here at Prairie Farms in Fort Wayne infected with listeria have claimed the lives of a dozen people and hospitalized dozens more. But if anyone is planning and traveling the area, definitely would recommend avoiding it. I can see people constantly turning around at the light at Wells Street right now.
Do you think we have a gang problem in our city?
When those crews got to take a step back, take a breath, and realize they got to pull this man out of the ground alive, you could see them embracing, high-fiving, proud that they were able to give this man a fighting chance. It was here in the area of East Pontiac and Abbott Street when police responded to a call of a young child being hit by a car. Many of them during their testimony said that they heard verbal confessions from Richard Allen and written confessions of him saying that he killed Abigail Williams and Liberty German. 2 consecutive 65-year sentences for the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. So when you were on the bench making decisions, were you remaining neutral? And even though it's empty right now, Saturday evening Parkview Field is expected to be filled with baseball fans from all over, no matter what team they root for. But what has changed, as you can see from earlier, is the smoke. Earlier, it was thick black clouds of smoke up in the sky, and it's hard to believe that even with how much smoke is still in the sky, that this is considered to be an improvement. All of this damage happened just within a couple of seconds. I'm sure many people in the Fort Wayne area got that public safety alert telling them to avoid that area where we are just standing near right now between Goshen Road and Coliseum right off of Harris Road. I'm here in the area of East Lewis and Hannah Street where we do have it confirmed through Fort Wayne dispatchers that there is one person in life-threatening condition after a shooting. And I think it's safe to say there's definitely enough salt to go around for the upcoming winter season.
Thanks for calling American Heritage Trails, Charters, and Tours.
This is Roseanne Dawson calling again, checking on my refund.
Hi, Roseanne. I did get an answer yesterday that we are holding off on refunds right now. It won't be at least until 2 weeks before I get anything out.
At least 2 weeks? Can you?
At least 2 weeks, yes, ma'am.
That's not the first time Roseanne Dawson has gotten an answer like that from American Heritage Trails.
1 month she'll say we're checking, the next month she'll say you should get the check in the next 2 weeks.
She says it hasn't always been like this.
A year ago in June, we went up to St. Joe, Michigan on a day trip just to go up to the lake. It was great.
Dawson says there wasn't a problem with the trip.
None at all, no. It was a great day.
So she was excited for her next, this time an overnight trip to Frankenmuth, Michigan.
2 weeks before we were to go, I got a notice in the mail saying that it was canceled. Unfortunately, we did not have any guests signed up for this tour to meet the minimum passenger count required. If you currently have future trips scheduled with us, any refund will be applied to those trips. Otherwise, you'll receive a refund in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
And what date was that?
October 17th of 24.
9 months later, and Dawson still hasn't gotten a refund.
It's $598 for 2 tickets, and I've been calling them every month.
And the house is on fire, and he has a lot of burns.
The fire ripped through their southwest Allen County home, leaving damage to the house and devastation to their family.
The doctor had stated that 80 to 95% of Dad's body was burnt.
Paramedics flew Matt to a hospital in Indianapolis.
Then you can see all the burns all over him. And, we just tried to talk to him and tell him it was okay.
But his condition continued to get worse.
We did not want tubes keeping him alive. We all remember him saying, if I can't have my coffee and cigarettes, it's not worth it.
Danette and their children had a hard decision to make.
I'm the one who would say, let's hold on for another week. Maybe God will perform a miracle on him.
They decided to say goodbye.
I think he was medicated enough to thank God he didn't feel any pain.
The Stewarts say Matt was an honorable man.
No matter if he was struggling, he would give people the shirt off his back. He would give people his last dollar. He was just always somebody that was selfless and just wanted to do right by everybody.
Days passed and London's symptoms grew worse.
Wanted to be kind of by herself, headaches all the time, neck pains all the time. dizziness. That was a big part of it.
Smith says it just didn't add up.
What we were told at the school compared to what her symptoms were, we thought she might be playing it a little bit. Are you just being a sissy? What's going on?
Almost 2 weeks went by. While the Smiths waited to see if London would get better, they were also still waiting to hear from Adams Central.
For them to reach out to us and say, hey, this is what we did, this is what's going on, this is what we're going to do for your daughter to help her get back into the classroom. None of that happened.
Then came an unexpected call.
The call was from the gentleman that offered $20 to hit my daughter. He came over to my house, told me exactly what had happened, and then told me how my daughter was hit. The boy snuck up behind her, got in like a baseball stance, reached back with a closed fist, and took a full swing. He said it was one of the hardest hits that he had ever seen in his life.
But I've just never been so interested in anything other than music.
At rock camp, young musicians form bands.
How to write a song, what is it like to record in the studio? Maybe they've never performed before and this is their first time to do that.
Camille Zosky has directed rock camp for 8 years.
So when Autumn started, she started on keys and she was very shy.
I definitely wasn't much of a performer before I did rock camp.
Toth eventually found herself drawn to what she calls the backbone of a band, the bass. And it just felt right, natural.
I remember that was the scariest thing ever, but connecting with those people on stage and the feeling of playing an original song on stage, I feel just helped me get over that fear.
A couple years and 17 weeks of rock camp later,
I just applied to so many music schools and I got into all of them.
Including her dream school, Berklee College of Music in Boston.
I feel like my audition went very well and I feel like I connected with those professors.
Acceptance to Berklee was exciting enough, and the excitement didn't end there.
But then I opened up the letter and it had a link and it was check to see if you got any scholarships. So I clicked on it and in the corner it said full tuition scholarship notice and it was euphoria.
No, you haven't traveled back in time to 1950. That's a milkman truck you'll find driving around Northeast Indiana today.
It's been a challenge and we really had to sit down and think, okay, is this something we definitely want to do?
A challenge that Nathan Keener says is already proving to be worth it.
We had so much feedback and questions from the community that we kind of knew it was something we had to do.
Keener Dairy in Fort Wayne has officially brought back dairy delivery.
I told all my friends, I'm like, I'll get my milk delivered, so.
It's awesome, I love it, I love it. So
Can you grab these for me?
Yeah, if you want to, everything's here.
Typically, a blind runner can move with a person tethered to them. But since Ava has been blind since birth, she doesn't have the balance to do that. So the team had to get creative.
So she's got a hold of her PVC pipe, and there are 8 young ladies holding the rope taut in specific areas. So once she takes off, our first gal is calling for her.
As I was going up to the starting line, I was a little nervous, but you know what I did?
What did you do? Tell me.
Oh yeah, I stomped those butterflies out.
And when the gun went off, pure joy.
I thought I did so well and I accomplished that and I worked hard on my running.